Welcome to Dunmers and Divines.
Zion.
Dunmers and Divines.
The emancipating Zion.
All right, we are back. Second day of our 7-day streak record.
Yeah, if you exclude the previous 6 days.
Shit, we missed it.
Yeah,
God damn it.
That's fine. We did great during Thanksgiving. Holidays are harder. Blah. Okay. So, where did we leave off? You had made it back to Caldera and are attempting to take a long rest inside a crate in someone's basement?
I'm sorry, you confirmed I took a long rest. I wouldn't have changed my spell slots and resources back to full if you hadn't told me that it was successful.
Yeah, that's fine.
just checking because we are past the point of I don't know what my hit points were. I don't know what my anything was.
That has gone heard.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, that is what Gladys was going to go for.
Yes. Alrighty. So, you So after a few hours in your crate,
We're back.
for you to get the sleep component of your rest, but
Sleep?
Sorry.
Sleep? Since when?
Trance.
What's happening?
Long enough for you to get the trance component of your rest, but not long enough to count as a long rest fully. So we're still in the middle of the rest. Of the rest.
Got it.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you uncount stuff, but just so you know.
Okay.
So you came in the early evening, so it's now sometime after midnight.
No, sorry, I shouldn't be snoring. I'm the usual, repeating my oath, sending thanks to Mephala, Big M, for getting me all the way back here, for keeping betrayals off of my back and keeping the betrayals, not deadly. Just, I want revenge on Caius for what he did to me. He didn't have to.
I hope that means that Gladius now feels that he has received some punishment for his actions.
Yes, but why though? I did everything correctly.
Sure.
But yeah. So halfway through that trance.
Yes. Well, rather, your trance component is completed. You find yourself resuming your full awareness, within this empty crate, because you didn't have the time or the wherewithal or other resources to create as elaborate of a setup as Shank had given you before.
No, definitely not.
But you hear.
Also, it's a boon that the crate is empty. Previously, there had been beasts going around looking for food. So if I'm in the crate that doesn't have the food, I'm more safe.
You hear the door at the top of the steps open, and feet descending. Through the cracks in the crate, you can see the light of a lantern as well. Do you do anything?
I know he's a red guard. That's all I know. That I didn't write anything else down. I didn't write his fucking name.
What an asshole. I mean, you don't have your notebook yet, so.
I know. I'm I'm going to I'm gonna use the ostrich strategy. I'm gonna hope the problem goes away and just keep my head in, keep my head.
Okay, I'll have
Down.
you roll stealth, and this is both a reflection of you keeping quiet now and like how well you were able to like
I'm gonna miss roll.
subtly put yourself in here.
I'm gonna miss rolling stealth without the disadvantage.
Yes, you are.
It's not been fun. I'm gonna say having 10 AC for a paladin is okay. 14 stealth.
14 stealth. Okay. Let's see how this visitor rolls on his perception. Yeah. You hear some rummaging in the crates. One gets levered open, and you hear some clinking of bottles. Steps retreat. The person has not noticed you at all, and they seem to resume their otherwise previous activities. Yeah, you about 4 a.m. conclude all elements of your long rest.
I want to say I just realized something, like the fact that like mechanically it always takes 8 hours or like to rest, or like a certain amount of like 1 hour to rest, means that there is a like much more than just I still feel tired. There's a very quantifiable aspect of like the effects of rest, especially on like regaining your magic. And so in any world that uses the rule set of D&D, like rest has to be considered part of the labor, or has to be accounted for. You just can't put somebody on a shift that is like on like 2 shifts that are 6 hours apart or even 8 hours apart, because they have to drive home. They won't be able to get their long rest while they're doing that, and if their shift requires them to have spell slots, you're shooting yourself in the leg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
It's an interesting
like
labor
like
impact.
Yeah, like random thought process about like the like Gladius has a moment of like, oh man, I feel bad for like resting. I've already done my trance. I should start like walking towards the mines and stuff like this, and like just feeling bad that he's resting instead of doing something. But then I think about it and I'm like, no, wait, I don't have my spell slots back. This, like, I have to be here. This is where I'm at like my most useful right now. So yeah, Gladius kind of just goes back to resting without guilt.
I'd imagine that, assuming that you don't, that you're not performing other light activities, generally speaking, your long rest, it's hard to tell the difference between your trance and your not trance, because you're probably also still reciting your paladin oath and acknowledging Mafala, given that you're still trying to restore your spell slots. Now that you think about it, it's like that trance feature is useless if I can't finish a long rest in 4 hours. Well, elves have a bunch of other stuff going on.
We sure do. I'm just saying, the way it's written, it sounds like somebody meant for long rests to be done in 4 hours, but...
Well, it's a good thing that there are no rules written. This is just how reality functions for Gladius.
That's fair.
And it takes 8 hours to get the spell slots back either way. You
Uh,
could do more stuff around a camp, but it takes 8 hours to get the spell slots
like
back.
I could do some reading and some practicing, but right now I'm laying low and I don't have anything to read, because apart from maybe, are there any labels inside of this script?
whorls of the grain of the wood. Nothing else to read.
Okay.
Hours later, it is still early morning, which is to say before dawn. And you feel rested, ready to emerge from your crate.
Okay. I get out of. I get out of the crates stealthily. I'm gonna make my way across the city back to the caldera.
Okay. As you make your way from the basement, the cellar, you're able to. It's fine. Yeah, you make your way out of Caldera. It's much easier to leave the city than it is to enter it at night. Though you do still get some looks from the guard as you leave via the gate. Assuming that you leave via the gate.
Well, heading like there's a wall on both sides of the city.
Yeah.
What? Oh, well.
It is a walled city.
That's fair. It's just that like it's also serving itself as a barrier into the mine, right? Because like
essentially the city here, it spans between the mountains on this side and the mountains on this side. So you have to go through a walled gate to get
two walled gates actually, right?
To get through this mountain pass, essentially.
That makes the city like a very like important aspect of taking and defending this section of the map. If you don't control the city, you don't that's where the fortification is.
Yeah. The only way to bypass the city is to go through the lake that the city sits on the edge of, which is, I mean, traversable by Silt Strider. You've seen that happen, but it's you. From the time that you were on a Silt Strider and jumped into the lake, you can tell that it's at least 20-ish feet deep because the Silt Strider was, still above the surface, but there was much less to fall. Yeah. So a quite deep lake or a city with fortifications, I mean, crossing across a lake that has fortifications pointing at it also involved.
Yeah, that part is a little bit, but still we could swim across if we needed to evacuate, and the city wasn't trying, and people in the city weren't trying to kill us.
It is theoretically possible to stealth around the city and get back to a road, but it would be relatively difficult. Just as a thought.
Yeah.
Are you trying and
I'm just going up to the caldera. I've got I've got my little standing stone, so I'm gonna be like, hey, whoever's got the stone, come in. Dalina?
After a few attempts, you get a response. Her voice sounding sleepy. You hear Cassia on the other side. The scribe.
You told me Cassina.
Cassina, yes.
With an N. Okay, cool. Hello, Cassina. How are you?
Tired. How can this one help you?
Well, I just wanted to give you the good news. I'm making my way up to the caldera.
Excellent. The back channel is still open. The front way is still held by a Imperial force. We do have some scouts inside the mine tunnel leading in and out of the secret passage, but They should recognize you.
Um, we don't have we don't have safe words yet. I mean, like, just in case somebody starts using like disguises, spells like disguise self, we might want to. It's okay. I'll do something with illusory script. I'll be out there in a second.
Most of us have known each other long enough that we simply ask something that only one of us would know of the other. Suppose this is more complicated with you, but hopefully they recognize you apart from Mother Dunmer.
Yeah. So I'm coming in.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a little bit of a journey making it through into the entrance. Dawn is coming up as you find the roll survival. It is a small entrance, and it's not like they have made a point of
Advertising it, yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So the sun is beginning to brighten the sky, though, given that you're on the eastern side of a mountain face. It's not touching your skin yet. As you find the fissure that allows discreet access to the mines, you take a few steps through with between the light filtering in from outside and your blind sight, you are able to see a few feet away from you a Khajiit and an Argonian, both sort of sleepily sitting on stones. As you step through, they both stir up. Each of them holding a club. They say, "Who goes there?"
It's me. It's Gladius. That's a good position you've got there. Being placed like this allows you to see all of the incoming angles. Yeah, I'm back. I'm okay. How are y'all doing? How's everything going?
Was Gladius the name again? Yeah. The other one says, I can't remember. Think so?
You saw my face.
Did we?
Probably. I'm gonna use a little bit of prestidigitation to create a couple of sparks beneath my face to light it up.
Both of them had already been clearly looking directly at your face. They probably have some amount of dark vision.
Yeah, I'm just adding some color. I'm just adding some contrasts and shadows so that it's easier to identify me. But I'm gonna say, man, it is good to be back.
What's the name of the camp matron?
Camp matron?
Simple question. You should know.
Well, I don't know who was that title given to someone after I left.
No, it's what she's always done.
Oh, it's not Cassina. It's Delina. Okay, hold on.
Put
matron.
Okay.
What's a matron? Like matron is like the girl in charge, right? In at least in French.
I mean, they're not going to clarify the question further.
Okay.
Would you like to roll intelligence, or do you want to trust your guess?
Hold on. Quiet was another person but like she was more of a defender. Like she'd stayed behind as like more of a well. Anyways, I'm gonna say that it's Kisina or Delina. It's one of them.
Okay. I am going to,
Okay.
in conjunction with that, have you roll persuasion, essentially reflecting of, like, you are trying to convince them that, yes, you know, you are who you say you are.
18.
Nice. The other one whispers, he's not a slave. He wouldn't have ever called Delina the matron, but you got it right.
Okay.
The other one says, you're not one either, now.
That's right, Freemers. Yay. By the way, I hear we haven't been getting paid.
No. It's a tense situation. But you'll want to head out of the mine. Route's the same as it always is. Our shift here lasts another 4 hours.
Okay. I'm going to say okay. Keep your good job keeping watch.
Tell steps in stand at the exit Guar.
Okay. Who would use such a nasty password? Also, we already have like the twin lands. They like the way. Why do we need? No, okay. I guess maybe having a single password for everything would be a bad idea. I can't remember where. I have so many notes for this campaign. Where did I put the? You know, like the twin lands password. I've
You might have it at the back.
Nope. Those are where I put my quests. This is my quest journal back there. Anyways, okay. Password is Guar. Cool. I'm gonna make my way through the mine.
Okay. At the mouth, you do see an Argonian. Seems to be going through some stretches as you exit the mine.
Hey, Guar.
Go on ahead.
All right, cool. Did an Argonian choose this password? Because it sounds like I'm calling you a Guar. And I don't...
We just pick a new word every shift.
Okay, got it. No offense. Have a good day. Like, if I was an Argonian and somebody just walked up to me and said, hey, Guar! I'd be like, oh, excuse me. I have opposable thumbs. Okay, cool. Yeah, no.
I don't think Argonians see themselves as being remotely similar to Guar.
No, but I feel... It sounds like it could be a slur. It sounds
if
like...
it is, it's one that the Khajiit associate with the Argonians, and the Argonians are not picking up on it.
Okay. Cool. I head in. Yeah.
Okay. The sky's even brighter since you had to make your detour through the mines. It's nearing about 7 a.m. Still no sun inside the caldera, but like the sky is fully bright. And you make your way into the office house.
I think so.
Okay, yeah. So you move through what used to be the Legionaries' bunkhouse, which you can see has been largely converted as now way more people need to sleep within this structure. people are waking up, getting ready for like the start of work. So you see like a massive cauldron with food stocks. It does seem to mostly just be a simple porridge, but there is a lot of Argonians and Khajiit sitting cross-legged in the like sort of space around the well outside of the house, because now the entire bottom level has been converted into more sleep space. In fact, it's difficult to move your way through since everything is just like bedrolls.
We had these bedrolls the whole time. We just didn't give it to them. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Well, the slave bedrolls hadn't been destroyed by any fire, so they took those and brought them into a more like sound structure.
Yeah.
So, so they're sleeping on the same beds. It's just inside. Anyway, you make your way through to.
Well, a lot of them are getting legionnaire beds. I would imagine.
About 40 of them.
Yeah.
Hard to say how that gets divvied up. But they. You make your way to the office house, like, because you have to go through the bunkhouse to get there. So you see this on your way. And you can hear the creaking sounds of a Imperial Legion camp waking from the far side of the building.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over to where Delila is.
Okay. She seems to have taken over the overseer's office, a space that she somewhat shares with Cassina. She looks at you and says, Cassina mentioned that you were on route to us.
I told you not to worry about me.
It's still good to see you. It was quite disturbing when we had heard words of your execution.
I told you, I'm with the Blitz. The Blades got my back, mostly. Okay. I hear nobody's getting paid?
Nobody's been paid, and indeed, we have not been given means or leave to exit this space. We have, through the back entrance, been able to acquire foodstuffs, especially via your good idea to sell those bracers. We did take your suggestion of perhaps hiring Fighters Guild to support us should things come back to blows. However, as a voting body, we decided against it. If we are to be held in siege, then funds should be focused on obtaining more food stock, as well as the inherent risk of armed.
They might raise the tensions.
Exactly.
Okay.
The Fighters Guild is also an imperial guild and may choose to side with the Legion if things might come to blows.
That's fair. Okay. I've got another suggestion. Where do you have my stuff in my journal?
Yes.
With the Fremers Minor Union, right? So, the more we embody that, the more we have a leg to stand on when claiming your freedom, right? It's important that we secure this payment because the payment for the works we did this week will legitimize our contract with the Imperials, and because the Imperials can only can't deal with slaves, it will legitimize your freedom. So we have to be as much of a freeman's minor union as possible, like in their eyes. What would a miners' union do if no food stuff was coming in and no pay was coming in after a whole week of work?
This has, in fact, been a subject of many discussions. Many of us are convinced that downing tools is the right thing to do. On the other hand, it does not escape anyone's notice that they have maintained a legionary camp outside of our implied to be only way in and out. We have been working, we have been producing the ore, but who knows what actions they might choose to take should that production cease.
So we just leave. We walk out. They can't catch you because because they're not allowed to take part in the slave trade. They won't be able to capture you. The legionnaires at least, and they don't have their own workforce to operate the mine. I don't think we can hide a large group of people leaving, but if they just see us walking down towards the city, saying, hey, we didn't get paid for our work, we're gonna look for work elsewhere, they won't be able to stop us.
They will not, but the Halalu can. And as far as Halalu are concerned, we are escaped property. If we made it as far as Redarin territory, then perhaps that would be effective, but our best shot would be either to attempt to remain hidden within the wilderness, which at this point she pulls out a map and points. Perhaps to the north, it looks like there's semi-extended areas of harsher terrain that may be difficult to find us. And it is technically within Redarin territory. But we would almost certainly, with this large of a body, attract attention from Caldera, which thus means Halalu attention. If they are willing to potentially anger the Redarins, if it means reobtaining us as property, then we would be at high risk.
What?
But you are right that this would be effective means of bargaining. But if the Legionnaires see that we're gone and tell the Halalu, then I shudder to think of what the results might be.
Right, because the Halalu could then gather forces to try and capture you again.
I maintain that our best chance here is to ensure that the courts are paying attention to this. And as it is, we are a unrecognized guild attempting to bargain against a great house and an army. If we can get another great house involved, then we may have better success. But I have had no news from Nilos in Aldrune.
That's worrisome. Okay. Here's my suggestion. We don't halt production, but we halt delivery. We can gather all of the ore that we get. It might be a little bit of an extra trip, but if we bring it here where the Legionnaires can see that it is being gathered but purposefully not being delivered, especially if you put it right next to a large hole like the gorge that's between us and the camp, like you're threatening to push it over into the hole, that sends a message as far as we need food to survive.
A good suggestion. I believe we should still have some time left in morning meal. I'm sure there's been conversations around the cookpot of exactly what to do, but
I'm just bringing in ideas for y'all to vote on.
That said,
do you need me to focus on, I don't know, killing any, dismantling the Halalu operation as that's left in this area, or do you need me to contact the Red Orens?
I'm not asking you to make a one-man assault on an entire city.
I mean, it's one myrrh and all of this gear.
But even with the plentiful abilities that you've shown, perhaps the political angle is best tried. Nalos had offered hesitations as he's not the most persuasive of people, nor is he practiced in political machinations. So perhaps assistance to him might be the place you can be of most use. You're most likely more free to move as a Dunmer among Dunmer.
When I start clicking stuff back on, plate armor, shield, holy symbol, insignia of rank, common clothes, poisonous kit, I missed you, halberd, explorer's pack, 10 torches, why quarterstaff,
You can probably sell those.
engraved ring of healing, short sword. Listen, I'm gonna take them off. The Freemers have used up my torches.
Yeah.
If we have them and there's mining and dark vision still requires there to be a little bit of light from somewhere, then they've used it. And that's good. Ink pen, chalk, crowbar, hunting trap.
It actually seems more likely to me that, given the potential for explosive gases in the mines, that they use magic for light there, but your torches did get used. It was just mostly for fuel for cookpot fires, given that they also have no incoming lumber.
Yeah. Bell. Oh, no potions of healing. Mages Guild apprentice badge. There's no picture associated with the Mages Guild apprentice badge. They could just go around showing that for the free services. I'm realizing somebody probably still has my silk pillow with my name embroidered in it. I'm not gonna take it back. Insignia of guild rank with the fighters, the decanter of endless water. They need their fresh water. I'm leaving that here.
They do have a functioning well.
Okay, cool. I'm taking it with me.
Like it has been of assistance to them since they haven't needed to use the well, but
Has there been a little spellcasting bird that's arrived here recently?
roll a luck die.
Oh boy. 18.
Okay. Dalina says, actually, yes. Ajira, it called itself.
Oh, thank goodness. Where is it?
Well, when you weren't here, it went back to Balmora, but
Damn it.
But it did say it would return around dawn every day just to check in when we confirmed we had contact with you.
Perfect. Okay. Volume 5 out of 36 of the 36 lessons. There's no way that hasn't been used for toilet paper by now.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
It was meant to be.
In fact, while you're clicking things together, a familiar-looking bird arrives on a windowsill.
Shira!
Dalina cracks the window open. Ajira flies in, circles above you for a second, and you, having already strapped your pauldrons on, feel something down near your ear, and when you look at your pauldron, there is white residue.
I'm sorry. I that was really stupid of me. But I didn't think it would make you disappear. But you need to know that feather was very helpful for my escape. Very necessary. Wouldn't have been necessary because I could have successfully escaped if you'd still been there. But yeah, no, that was stupid. I'm very sorry for poofing your familiar.
Ajira settles on the other shoulder and says, "Your apologies will have to be accepted, though when I next see you in person, I expect more substantial groveling."
There will be as much groveling as needed. Do you want to keep the sanding stone?
Are you asking Dalina?
I'm asking Dalina.
She nods, says, "If we do get confirmation of help from the Redarin, then that would be spiriting news. I think it's best to keep one stone here, if nothing else."
Okay. All right. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna write 3 words on 3 different pieces of paper. Each of them is going to have the like visible to any of like to anybody in this camp. It will be under like it will say the name like I don't know the name of 3 different animals, right? You're shown it. It's shown to you. You're asked to read the word that's on it. If you say the right word, then you'll let in. But thanks to illusory script, it will look like a different word to anybody else, including imposters. So I'm gonna do it for 2 different. So you have 2 different sheets of paper to alternate if you've got like groups of people. I'm gonna write those now, and the words that they will see will be, I don't know, the names of deities. So yeah, I'm gonna write Gwar Mephala and Silt Strider as Azula.
I think as you are, casting the spell of the illusory script, Dalina nudges you in the side and says, "Azura."
How are you able to see this? Are you an imposter?
In the process of the casting of the spell, seeing you write it.
Azura, as I see it now. Azura's chosen is the Nerevar. Cool. So I'm gonna spend 2 of my 5 illusory script inks. So I've got 3 left, but now they've got a surefire like. I'm not an imposter using disguise self password. Similarly to how I can use this for like the people who were my allies at the time of casting, which is mostly the people in the legionnaires, Nilos, in the camp and such. So yeah, cool. I'm giving that to them. I'm like, oh man, it's good to have spell slots again. Cool. I'm gonna take off 2 first level spell slots for that. And okay, and then I'm gonna say, okay, keep me updated on what y'all decide to do. Do you need me to go and shake things up with Suetonius? Because he should have found a way to.
You can attempt to speak with the Legionnaires if you'd like. We do have a system for parley.
Okay. What with that system? What explanation have you been given for why no pays come in?
They have simply informed us that the East Empire Company has not released funds to be released to us.
Okay, but the army has some spare coins. We just need everybody to get paid at least once to get to for our for everybody's freedom to be insured. And I don't know. I thought garrisons had short change for hiring contractors.
Well, as I said, you can try to parley with them.
If we hold on, what if we gave them money with which to pay us?
What funds would we obtain that money with?
Have you sold all of the slave collars?
Feeding this many has been a challenge.
That's fair. And
and after the first few, the Mages Guild accepted less and less, offered less and less payment for each.
That makes sense. Okay, well, if I'm just okay, try to offer them a first day's work is 1 copper piece per worker type of deal, right? As cheap as we can make it while still getting every person in here a coin for the work of that day. Offer them a I don't know if once in a lifetime offer, pay us now, but pay us kind of deal. That's the carrot, and the stick is halting labor. Because we just need to get paid once, so okay. Ideally, we're gonna want to get paid for everything, but if we use that first days of labor to basically get this first pay, that means an imperial authority has contracted all of you.
I think this negotiation is important enough that I would like to put it to you, given that you have had more experience in dealing with Imperials in general. And I think important enough as well that I think perhaps we bypass a vote. You're right. Getting us paid by a legion would do good for our standing. It would certainly be some kind of defense against the Halalu and insurance against them working with them directly. I will put to a vote to the guild the prospect of withholding the ore, but if you are comfortable, I'm going to signal now to the legionnaires to parlay and send you to them.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay.
Like, I'm I'll take the responsibility of like shortchanging everybody here for their first day of work, if it means that they've got like legal protection against slavery.
Okay. Dalina raises a white cloth up to a window, waits, lowers it, looking out the same window, sees a white cloth raised by them as well. Shortly thereafter, a ladder is she brings you downstairs and points to the ladder used to cross the gap. Says, well,
I just put my armor back on.
regretfully, yes.
I'm gonna face step onto the other side.
Okay. If you were face stepping, do you not want the ladder out at all?
There's no need for the ladder.
Okay, cool.
I'm planning on just walking out of the camp from the other side.
Fair enough.
Right.
As you arrive, you can see that this very much has turned into more of a standing camp structure. They have a palisade wall built around it at this point, though it is a fairly small camp, but there is a wooden wall blocking off the route down from the camp that spans between the two bases of the pass.
Is it a Roman camp where they always have like fortifications in all four directions, or is this clearly a we are stopping you, the slaves, from coming through here?
It's just facing internally, but they do send someone out beyond the wall to speak with you, which you can see. He bears insignia for a captain. So
okay.
This person is relatively highly ranked.
Cool.
He puts his hand to his chest, gives you the slightest of inclines, probably less than would perhaps be politique for a military person speaking to a guild, a high-ranking guild member, but
Sorcery points, detect thoughts, subtle spell. I would like, and I'm gonna ask, where is the commander?
which commander?
The one that I talked to previously.
Commander Septonius was recalled.
Understood. Wish to leave my headset. Okay. I've come to I've come to acquire payments for the work done over the past 8 days now, going on 9. Our contract clearly stated payment was due every 7 days, so you're a little bit late.
Payment is issued as it always has been through the Great House Alalu.
I'm talking about a different contract.
We have no recognized contract with anyone but the Great House Alalu. If we did, it would contradict said contract with the Great House Alalu.
That's not true. The Imperial Legion subcontracts all the time, and and House Halalu has no workforce to operate the mine, so they're in breach of their contract right now.
Production has not ceased, and
See, here's that.
House Halalu's contract has no reason to be be dismissed.
Oh, you've been sending payments to the wrong person, and that production is about to stop.
What do you mean?
Well, no payments. Not to the payments to the people working this mine has not been issued. If you've sent your payment for our services to some competitors, then this has been an awful mistake. But House Halalu is not operating. Is not operating within the mine at this time.
How regretful. However, our contract is still standing with House Halalu, and ore production has continued.
Well.
Now, should the ore production under our contract with House Halalu cease, then Legionnaires may be required to step in and investigate the cause of the cessation of work.
What if I just tell you right now that there's no need for investigation. The cessation of work is because payment has been rendered onto the wrong people.
Okay.
He's
thinking internally, because you
Yeah.
have to take thoughts on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this idiot can't even understand a threat when I give it to him.
I'm trying to be very Mufala about all of this.
He responds by saying, regardless, should the ore production cease, it would be required for legionary forces to move in and inspect the cause of cessation. Though your addition is, of course, appreciated. He gives a very flat smile.
Okay. Well, there.
Besides, I am no lawyer. I am merely a captain of the Imperial Legion.
And Hero is coming in to sweeten the deal. Alright, I'd like to offer you one day of free operation of the mines under the Freemers Miner Union. We will operate the mine today and produce the usual amounts of what you've been getting from House Olalu for the simple cost of 1 copper piece per worker as the start of our as a generous first offer with the Imperial Legion. We've got we've got 150 people in there, so that would only come down to 1.5 gold pieces for operating the mine for the whole day.
And what, you would expect the payment up front and now I would take it?
Yes.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. Alright, come on. Persuasion. 18! Let's go! I've been rolling so good today!
He calls for a scribe, has a quick contract written up, essentially stating that for a day's labor that you will be paid 1.5 gold pieces.
No, it's 1 copper piece per worker.
He nods and has the wording amended. It says, "Look, I don't want this to come to blows. I don't like the idea of being asked to... It is not the Legion's job to deal in slavery."
Well, good, because you're dealing with the Freemers minor union.
But I do need you to know that while this is a cheap price to pay to make sure the ore keeps flowing,
I know. Great deal.
I will not be filing this paperwork on our end unless you can get your contract acknowledged. I'm not going to end up like Subatonius. But if you can get your end acknowledged, then everything is fine and you have this as additional documentation.
Excuse me. Did you say you're not going to file in all this paperwork that we just did?
I'm happy to give you the payment, and once you have your contract respected, then I will make sure that this ends up back on the books.
This is a singular contract. This is a one-time deal with the Imperial Legion. Why would there be a need of obfuscating?
Because this still contradicts our existing contract with Halalu.
Well,
this is as best as I can do. I understand the pressures that you are under. I need you to understand that I have been given explicit instruction to not make any deals with anyone within these walls. But I don't want to come to blows with a bunch of civilians.
Well, you didn't make a contract with anybody within these walls. We're outside the walls right now.
A semantic argument that will not keep my head from rolling should the higher ups come to hear about this. Look, let's amend our deal slightly, as I can tell that your goal here is to have a paper trail of us documenting you as workers, as payable, as trade unionists. $150 gold as a subcontractee, paid directly out of our fort's stores for every day that we operate together with mutual understanding. We can even draw up our paperwork so that things are official on the other end. We can even call this a forward on the full payment to be issued later. But None of this is going to be brought to Imperial Scribes until your contract is recognized.
You've got a scribe right here.
You know the difference, don't you?
I think the like Medallion of Thoughts has worn out because it's only a minute by now, and I'm like I'm like this this contract. So like if I read the contract, right? Like is it written under the like it's like separate from the previous contract we drafted up with them. Okay, got it. So in this case, it's a like as long as we get the payment, then we would have both the paperwork and the money to prove that we were paid for the work that day. If he didn't file it, that's like that doesn't take away the fact that we have evidence of like the Imperial Legion hired everybody that was in here.
But if he doesn't file it, then anyone could have written that because it's not in their records.
Yeah. Well, I will claim we can claim we didn't know that he wasn't going to file it and that it's stupid. It's got his signature. It's got the little seal stamps and everything. Yeah, I'm
like he's still giving you a lot by giving you something signed and money.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
He's telling you that it's not going to be officially registered as a contract.
That's a your like that's a like you will get in trouble if it turns out you didn't file the paperwork on time and everything here was above board kind of problem. Like Gladys is like, I can bring back to the union like the money and the contract. Besides, like records could be edited anyways. Like we will have physical evidence of like our of everybody's freedom, even if he hasn't gotten around to filing it, right? Like I think Gladys is okay with that, like of just being like just because you haven't filed it doesn't mean that you haven't signed it and stamped it and like handed us over the gold. So Gladys is okay with this.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So in
payment up front.
Yeah.
And I need everything to be in different pieces so that each worker here gets their fair share.
He nods. He says to you, wait here, and steps back inside the palisade. A page steps outside and says, I've been asked to offer you water or a piece of bread while you wait.
My belly is like rumbling because I didn't take the time to eat from the porridge, but I'm I don't have purified food or do I? No, I don't have purified food and drink. I'm good, thank you.
The page does still sort of stand there awkwardly. Keeps glancing up at you.
Okay. I'm gonna subtle cast Detect Thoughts again, and I'm gonna say whatever you're thinking about saying, think about it pretty fast.
It's just you look a lot like the last guy.
Okay, this isn't someone who was like hesitating to give me a message. This is okay, yeah. I'm gonna be like, okay.
Well, it's just the last guy was supposed to have been killed. What's your name?
What's your name?
Emil.
All right, Emil. You usually ask a lot of questions of guys wearing this armor like this and weapons like these?
Not really. Most of my job is just to stay quiet and run stuff to people.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I'm having a rough day, so I'm sorry that I snapped at you, but yeah, there's don't ask too many questions, please.
Okay. Internally he's thinking, okay. When you first snapped at him, his first thought was, oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh, just for clarity's sake, while you did get back most of your equipment, the ebony blade was not with the rest of your things.
I would have said something about that.
Yes. Just to add in on that end, Dalida notes that Nalos had taken it with him to Aldroon.
Why?
He was concerned about safety, given that he was going to be dealing with nobles.
He already has weapons.
Yes, well, done so fine.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, the page did look scared shitless that you were going to kill him for a second. And did, in fact, start praying to RK to guard his soul. But has relented in that.
Okay.
The scribe from earlier.
I'm like the food and water you were offering. How like do you often deliver stuff like food and water to people while they're waiting to poison them? Or I'm just trying to use the last of the medallion of detect thoughts to know if it's safe for me to dig in because I'm starving.
He looks surprised by your question. Says, no, it's just I was told to watch you and to bring you repast. And his thoughts are aligning with that.
Cool. All right. I am actually starving. Please bring me something.
Okay. And reaches into the back and offers you the bread. His hands are shaking as
cool.
he passes it over.
I'm gonna take the breads, and after I eat a little bit, I'm gonna do my best to like reassure this person. I'm not gonna hurt you. You're a worker. I just this is just like things are not going great right now, so I'm stressed.
You're telling me I wish I'd never signed up.
Wow, it sounds like you've got a lot going on, Emil.
He looks at you and says, "Yeah."
I'm like, with as much time as I have before the captain comes back, I'm gonna agitate Emil. Figuring out what other stuff he's got going on apart from, big dudes like threatening him, and assuming that he's getting poisoned. Can I roll insights or persuasion or something?
Roll insight, but at disadvantage because you're mostly picking up that he's scared shitless of you right now.
13 with disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, situations as a page could certainly be a lot better. The pay isn't great. He had sort of expected that he would be stationed at a permanent fort. And camp life has been particularly awful as a page boy. It wasn't too bad when he was at the garrison, but this does kind of suck. Additionally, once again, pay's not great, and even though he's not in the Legion because he's in close proximity to the Legion, sometimes when he doesn't do a task or doesn't meet somebody's expectations of a task, not only does he get yelled at a fair amount, but he also does get backhanded by people wearing plate mail from time to time.
Okay. That sounds like physical abuse of a worker. Does your contract not protect you from those things? No? Well, let me tell you, yeah, I think I'm gonna try to hook him up with one of my paladins that's on the inside to be like, hey, listen, go and talk to this person about, the fact that you've been, hit like this, and he'll help you renegotiate your contract or something, or change your contract so that you get, I don't know, a gold piece every time that happens.
He sort of nods and says, "I'll talk."
Okay, cool.
I promise I will. Point, a runner arrives with the bags of payment.
Cool. I'm gonna then across the gap with the contract inside of the bag of money.
Yeah, they're relatively light.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're able to get them across the gap.
Okay, cool. Cool. Etienne, where did they send Suetonius?
Who, me? I'm Emil.
Emil. Where did they send Suetonius?
I don't know.
You didn't write his acknowledgement of transfer?
I'm a page.
Yeah, that's what pages do.
There's more than one in camp.
Okay, well... You don't... Okay, well, I guess you don't talk with the others. Well, you should start talking with the others, see if they're getting hit as well.
Oh, they are.
Okay, well then... What are you gonna do about it?
Cry? Talk to that paladin.
I didn't say paladin.
Sorry.
I didn't say that. I didn't.
Sorry. Talk to that spearman.
Yeah. He's not going to talk to that spearman. He's just scared of me. All right, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Wait.
What are you waiting on?
Oh right, yeah. I thought the captain was coming back to talk to me.
No, at this
Alright,
point,
cool.
the money's been handed over. The page boy goes to enter the walls.
Page boy. Wait a second. What is the nearest redundant city on this map?
That'd be Aldroon.
Oh, okay. So like it's very close up north. Okay. In what building in Aldroon are the head honchos?
I don't know.
Okay. Have a good day. I'm gonna start walking.
Okay. The camp setup they have does like block the whole entrance to the mine.
Cool. I walk with Emil towards the gate.
Okay. There's not that much distance between like the gap from the where the bridge used to be to where the wall is.
Mhm.
It's only about 40 feet.
Cool.
So all of this has happened relatively close to that. So he turns, and like with the runner who had brought the coinage out,
Mhm.
they both go to enter.
Cool. I follow them.
Okay. Emil kind of turns and says, "No, you're you're supposed to stay outside of the wall."
Do you have a ladder for me to go back in?
No. You guys have the ladder.
What? I thought you guys had the ladder. How am I gonna get back on the other side?
How did you get here?
You brought the ladder out.
No, we don't. Hold on.
I'm gonna try to like, you know, the like confident chin up. I belong here. Like I'm only trying to do that to like walk through the camp, and I don't think that Gladys like much. Yeah. So do I roll persuasion or intimidation for the? I'm non-threatening. I look like I belong here. I look like I'm like I don't have a ladder, and I'm just like, but I know how to get back. I'm walking.
I mean, this is a deception.
Okay.
You are lying about
Okay.
the circumstances that have brought you here.
15.
Okay. Yeah. You are able to bluff both Emil and the guards on the other side of the gate. There is sort of a whispered conversation.
Like, where's the ladder? The fuck is the ladder?
And like once on the other side of the gate, Emil like dashes off. You overhear two of the guards whispering, "We never had a ladder. I swear we didn't. But how did he? I didn't. No, you're right. I didn't see them bring one out. How? But he must have. Did he jump? How did he get here?"
And I'm out of the camp.
Yeah. Yeah. You just go out the other end because at that point they don't know all the hullabaloo about how you got in with the ladder.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to catch a Silt Strider to Aldroon.
There is no Silt Strider port in Caldera. Remember, previously you had to jump into a lake.
How tall is a Silt Strider? Is it 30 feet?
They are huge creatures, but I think
So that's huge is like 15 by 15 or 20 by 20?
They're 30 feet tall.
Okay, cool. I will wait for one that's going to Aldroon and then make a face step on top of it and pay my way for the whole trip.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, do I have any money left? I do. I have 90 gold pieces left. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I hope it's a different guy. Well, then again, he wouldn't recognize me from, like, dude with a weird tattoo and pants to full armor paladin. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for a Silt Strider that goes to Aldroon.
Okay. Roll me a d10.
I'm so happy you didn't say it was a luck die. I rolled a 2. On this definitely not luck die.
Yeah. So with a 2, how long are you willing to wait for a Silt Strider?
Fuck. There's no port, so I can't ask for any directions. I remember it being like about half a day's walk. I think Gladys is gonna wait 30 minutes and then decide, if it catches up to me along the road, I can still face step up to it. And I'm just going to start there. I've got my ring of animal friendship again, so I am, if not safe, able to terrorize 3 packs of animals in a cone.
Okay, so it's now 10 a.m. ish. So you've been awake for 6 hours, and 3 of that has been at least somewhat involved activity between getting here and then the dealing with the guard. So you've got about 5 hours of travel time left in you.
Okay. I mean, that should get me there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Assuming that there are no additional issues. Okay. First of all, roll a d12 for me.
Alright. 1.
Okay. You come across one very bold cliff racer on your way up to Eldrune.
Okay.
You can either spend a charge from your ring.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna blast it with a fear effect, and if there's if there are any worms within the cone of me aiming with my ring, I'm targeting all of the beasts. I'm targeting all of the beasts inside of the cone of fear, because to Gladys there might be more. They might have camouflage. There could be small ones that are venomous. I am just full blasting the fear effect and using one of my chargers.
Okay. So you, I assume, travel mostly along the path.
Yeah.
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 So.
I'm not off the path. Are you crazy? I've got a ring of animal influence, not a ring of wish.
So 2 hours into your journeying, you see in the distance a Nord who seems to be fully nude. Blonde hair.
Okay. Interesting. Is this person having the normal reaction to being nude in the wilderness, potentially surrounded by beasts?
It's hard to tell when you're at a decent distance from him, but as you get closer and closer, you realize he's not moving at all.
Ooh, petrification.
Except his eyes,
Okay.
which are darting back and forth wildly, and the pupils are fully dilated. This man is full of fear,
Okay.
but unable to move.
Okay. I am going to, Gladys's first instinct is, oh, this person needs help. But then this immediately feels like a magical ambush, or like the ambush of a beast that can paralyze you. So I take a couple of steps forward, but then I'm going to perceive around me, and I'm gonna use active perception check and roll and use my divine sense as soon as I get
once you've realized that this is a person naked and not moving at all.
paralyzed.
Yeah. So make your perception check.
All right. That's a 13.
Okay. 13, you aren't able to detect anybody else around you, but you do realize this is someone you know. You recognize...
Is this Winesot?
This is Lormar Winesot. You
It is
recognize the
Lormar.
tattoo across his face.
Lormar Winesot. Oh man, I thought he was... Well, I guess whenever you say Nord, I picture someone who's blonde with blue eyes. Maybe I shouldn't. Okay. This is... Okay. Is my divine sense noticing anything from any creatures that are not in cover or within 60 feet? Or any consecrated or desecrated ground?
You are not noticing any of the above, no.
Okay, cool. I'm... Okay. So, I recognize Lormar, but... is there, like... Are there hiding spots nearby that if I was a wizard that had cast, like, Hold Person on someone, and I wanted to, like, use them as bait... Like, I'm looking around for, like, where would I hide in this environment to see if it's even safe to approach Lormar.
There are trees and rocks in the area around you. Someone could certainly be on the other side of them.
Okay, well, I'm careful as I'm making my way towards Lormar, and I'm gonna ask Ajira, could you hold action to... Oh, right. She doesn't have Dispel Magic. Just hold action to cast invisibility on me if anything dangerous starts to happen.
She nods the bird's head.
Yeah. When we get within 20 feet, I'm gonna send Ajira to cast Identify on Lormar.
Okay. Should that be giving you details on what is holding him in place as well?
You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. It takes 1 minute to cast. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. It does appear that Lormar is suffering the effects of a Hold Person, but it feels strange. Like, you have been able to observe Lormar for over a minute, and he continues to be held.
Okay. I'm gonna look for any malicious magical items that he might be... Like, did he put on a ring of petrification or something like this? So I'm checking his hands and...
Yeah, you do find a leather band around his wrist. However, I believe Ajira only has one cast of Identify.
Yeah.
And you used Identify on him.
Yeah.
So he has a leather band around his wrist, and that's the only thing he's wearing.
Around his wrist?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna untie it from his hand.
Okay, yeah. As soon as you untie the leather band, his whole body sort of shudders, and he actually falls down. He says,
Lormar!
Gladius! Oh, what a good friend you are, my friend Gladius. He gets himself up,
What?
takes
What?
your hand heartily and
What?
pumps it up and down.
What is this word?
What?
What is this word?
What?
What is this word?
It just looks like nonsense.
You can't read Cyrillic?
Either that or you can't write it, my friend.
How sober does he smell?
He does smell like a stale,
Okay.
alehouse. But fairly stale.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I mean, wasn't the stipulations the people who have, like, sworn an oath?
Oh yeah, he was, yes. He wasn't on the list.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the list. I believe Gladius, like, it's not just that Gladius forgot, it's also that, like,
Okay. I was mostly double checking
yeah,
to
yeah,
make
yeah.
sure he should.
No. He should not be on the list of people that I trust to be able to read my journal. So yeah, I think Gladius, like, remembers. Oh yeah, he wasn't. Cool. What, pray tell, is the going on with this little lever thing?
A witch contracted me to escort her to Aldrune. In the night, she must have tied that about my wrist, stolen my things, and left me out to the wilderness exposed.
But you were standing.
She must have posed me like that. When I came to, I was vertical.
That's healthy in a more your age. Hold on. I'm going to, like, okay. I look at it. I'm gonna ask, hey, hold on, Ajira. I'm gonna tie the lever around Ajira to see if it paralyzes the bird.
It does not.
Okay. I'm like, the magic is spent. And I'm gonna just throw it. I'm gonna give you my common clothes.
He nods and says, "Mighty appreciated. The temperature might not be too bad for a Nord, but the climate, nevertheless, is inimical." That's too big a word for a Nord. The climate, nevertheless, is hostile.
That's racist. You can't say that about Nord
for
people.
this Nord, yeah.
For this Nord, yes. I'm like, well, it has been a long time. It is good to see you. I'm assuming you're just going to go and to get revenge on the witch or something?
Well, that would be much appreciated, though I will need your help, my friend. As I said, we were heading to Aldrune. She should only have a few hours head start.
I've got important business in Aldrune that takes priority, but if I have time to help once I'm done saving the day, let's stick around. Let's see if we can't help each other.
That is a excellent suggestion, my friend. We'll travel together.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So you now have a companion.
I'm like, this witch. She left you out here to die, but she posed you so that you would be noticeable to people coming down the road, but also
but also noticeable to beasts.
Yes. That's such cruel person. Did you do any? You didn't do anything to deserve this treatment, did you?
My memories after we posted camp are somewhat hazy, I'll admit. I did have some sujama in with my travel things and did partake.
I'm gonna roll insight to get a gauge of like, did he just have a lot of expensive gear that he wanted to steal? I rolled 18 on insight.
Okay, he is definitely holding something back, though he does still look fairly hungover in addition to everything else.
Okay.
So yeah, he probably did get fairly drunk last night, but he's remembering more than he's telling you.
Anything else that might be useful to finding this witch, or to understanding the situation?
What else is there to understand? A witch left me out exposed to the wilderness, waiting for me to die after stealing all of my things.
And
What do you want from me? She even took my family axe.
And
well, I mean, look, a man and a woman out in the wilderness. I'd had perhaps a bit much to drink, enough that I was firmly bedeviled by the filthy witch.
uh-huh.
Even an evil thing can have a fair form, but
Uh-huh. And
I don't entirely remember. But I do remember her being quite unhappy with my overtures.
all right. We are no longer traveling together. Goodbye.
Wait. You can't just leave me like this.
I am leaving.
I'm defenseless. What if a cliff racer comes by? My death will be on your head.
I'm leaving. Like, you have feet, you can walk.
Curse upon you and your whole blighted race. I wish I'd never stepped foot on this filthy island in the first place. He then begins to list off every slur he can think of for dark elves as he travels south and away from you.
Oh, I thought he was just going to travel like close enough to me for safety.
No, he knows that he's closer to Caldera than Eldaroon. And he's more pissed at you than anything else.
He just gives up for the... Yeah, no, that's not okay behavior. That's bye, dude. All right, you were the worst of the companions. I won't miss you much, help action guy. All right,
Well, he also gave you advantage on athletics checks, a thing that you just have a magical item for now.
Yeah. Let me find his name so I can write cancelled next to it. Balmora City. Lormar Winesot, there he is. Cancelled. So I think, okay, like we tried to run Morrowind type story multiple times. I think this was like, was this one of the was this a quest that we dipped into? That was a weird encounter. I'm gonna grab some more water.
Okay.
This has got to be one of the worst, like, like random encounters. In my time as a player and as a dungeon master, I've never walked in on into a random encounter and lost a friend and gained a piece of lever that used to be able to cast hold person on folks. Like this, like I've lost a friend and looted nothing.
Yeah.
I think Gladius is like bad sign for.
Maybe the real adventure was the friends we lost along the way.
All right, let's go.
Okay. You keep going down the road. To your right, to the northeast, you see mountains. The rising terrain in general gets rocky, ashy gray, and slopes upwards. You do see a break with a sign that says Fort Ashmouth pointing up into the east. But the sign for Eldarin points you further on, and so you follow more in that direction. To your left, you do see more of the West Gaseous Wilderness. This is a space that you moved through on your way down to Caldera yesterday. But you're able to sort of appreciate the rugged terrain a little bit more on this overcast day, especially as the path indicates the way to Aldaroon continues into that mountainous area and away from plant life and matter and greenery and into the Ashlands.
But it's different type of fauna and flora around here. You still gotta be. I'm still in the wilderness just because it's less green. That's
just craggier. If anything, it's more dangerous.
It's like I might let my guard down if I don't see a plant for a while.
But as you do turn off of the path and into the Foyada, which, while it is a road, it is slightly rougher. It's clearly a naturally constructed road, volcanic in nature. But as you do, you see a woman sitting on a rock by the side.
Okay, hold on. I need to say, Foyada. I looked it up, right? And it's in the game Elder Scrolls, it's a lava-formed canyon, meaning fire river, right? So like, I don't know if it was a word that I was supposed to know off of the top of my head and understand what you meant, because if it's Elder Scrolls specific, nobody's like you would have.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. This word showed up
also,
on maps, but also I learned this word from Morrowind, but I was young enough at the time that I was just learning words in general.
Yeah,
so.
it, like you could have been learning the word and being like, yeah, that's a thing that exists somewhere. I'm just going to remember that. No, it's specific to the Elder Scrolls.
Okay, well, thank you for, I guess, unteaching me a word.
Yeah.
This is a word I don't know.
You need to not use it because it's also a vulgar slang for screw or for sexual intercourse in Spanish. So we just got you had to unlearn that word. Thank goodness that I, Simon, I'm not one of those people that's like, yeah, I don't know that word, but that's fine. Like I'm gonna nod my head and like keep the game going. No, I have to know what you're saying to me and what you're saying to me.
I have been playing this game since I was 8.
No, hey, that's fair. Like I was like, Frey said it with such confidence that it doesn't sound like it would be something like Elder Scrolls specific, but it is. But it is. It turns out it's not a thing in the real world.
Okay.
Good talk.
Good talk. Okay. woman with mousy brown hair wearing a robe is sitting on a boulder off to the side. Around her is a hold on. Sorry, my hair was falling down. So, this is what she looks like.
Is that witchy? Yeah, that is a little witchy. That is a little bit of a magical magical amulet and robes and such. Is this person carrying a full backpack's worth of somebody else's loot?
You don't see that, but she does have an axe on her hip. And additionally, there is a few dead shulks around her feet.
Doing the world a favor, lady.
As well as a dead cliff racer. You can see that she has her robe open off to the side. Her hand is glowing blue, and she's pressing it against her abdomen. As you come up on her, she says, "Don't take another step."
Hey, I'm friendly. I have some healing magic if you'd like, but I understand that you're in a vulnerable place, and I don't want to scare you. I won't come any closer.
I can take care of my own wounds, but do you have any way of preventing disease? I'll admit that these creatures are.
They look blighted. I've got some potions of cure blight.
I'll take one if you'd give it.
I'm gonna pass it to her, saying anybody who's like slaying beasts is a friend of mine. Are you no judgment if the answer is yes, but are you perhaps the person who hired the Nord that I found a few miles back?
Yes.
Well, he wanted to try to get revenge with my help, but when I heard his side of the story, I told him no thanks, and he headed north instead. So he's hopefully not headed in this direction. But that, with that said, what's your side of the story? Because his was not very inspiring or satisfying.
Oh, simple enough, I suppose. I was in Balmora and both needed to travel towards Aldrune, but I'm an herbalist by trade, and so wanted to take the opportunity to gather some of the local flora. And so I contracted with the Fighters Guild instead of simply taking a Silt Strider or the Guild Guide to make it up to Aldrune. More fool I. You'd think that the Fighters Guild would screen their associates a little bit more thoroughly, but I suppose not.
No, I got hired. Like, I just walked in, paid a fee, and I was hired. What's her name? I'm Gladius. Shit, I'm okay. That is my name, but don't tell people.
Understood. My name is Sosia Caristiana. I know, it's a strange name for a Breton. My father was an Imperial.
I'm not gonna lie, there have been so many names of the fem characters ending with A that I was like, come on, don't. give me a different letter at the end, but she has two names and they both end with A. I'm I needed to say something because it's not a dig on you, it's a dig on the game. Because it's so many of the feminine names, but like she had to. It's hilarious. Okay, yeah, no, like
Noted.
yeah, no, I recommend just traveling with the guild guides when you can.
I certainly will next time, or at least a Silt Strider. Safety in numbers and all that. But no, we pitched camp a few miles out from Caldera. He immediately got roaringly drunk and tried to enter my tent. I asked him to leave, and well, then made him leave.
All right, I'll file an internal guild. I'll dictate to my friend in the guild a report about this incident, and I as a member of the Fighters Guild, I'm gonna take on his contract for free for the rest of the travel.
That certainly is chivalrous of you. And I just do want to note that I hope I've made it obvious that I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Though
Yeah.
I do appreciate the assistance.
Like you're like a formidable fighter. I might have, like, were it not for certain magical items, I might have been overcome by such a force. I point at the 4 dead bodies. But together our chances are improved.
Just so, we're not too far from Aldrin either, so you won't have to work too long without payment. I hope you were already in that direction, as that's where I am going.
I was.
Good.
It's like as we're walking, I say, like, I think Gladys doesn't want to like come out and honestly like say, I'm actually relieved to be traveling with somebody else because I hate the walking alone in the wilderness. But at the same time, like, I'm trying to build back confidence in this person who got wounded. Like, I'm trying to reassure her that we're getting where she needs to go. I don't need to at the same time be like, by the way, I suck in wilderness encounters. Gladius isn't like, doesn't really open up much more, but is going to say, are you a member of the Mages Guild?
Yes, though mostly just for convenience's sake. It certainly helps as an herbalist to be able to move around a little bit more easily, but generally I can't afford the guild guides.
Here, I don't think I'm gonna I've got some cumberries, fresh weed, and needle stems here. Anything you can use?
Oh, yeah, that could be quite useful. I found that Comberry does combine quite well with...
I'm just gonna give her my ingredients.
She starts sort of mumbling to herself about some of the potentials. That is quite some help. You have been kind.
I needed to make a bit of space in my backpack anyways. I do have a herbalist's kit that I borrowed from the Mages Guild and still haven't returned. But I don't, and I do collect plants when it looks safe to do so, but like I'm having less and less time to actually brew potions in between, like running around everywhere.
Still, it's appreciated, even if we are doing each other a service by you giving this to me.
Alright.
Right. The early afternoon is coming on. You are fairly worn out from a long day of traveling, but you are able to see the gates of Eldrune rising between the mountains, which not quite the vantage point that you have, but that is what the city of Eldrune looks like. Very smooth,
Nice.
bug-like buildings. I think, especially given that everything sort of has like an insectoid appearance, the entire city might be quite unsettling to you.
Yes, but on the other hand, that is the architecture of my childhood.
Yeah, at least to some extent, though. You remember growing up as an Ashlander, so you were mostly in like
Tents?
yeah, Guarskin tents.
Okay. I thought the tents also had a kind of like insectoid.
I mean, certainly to some
look.
extent, but like you weren't as often in these buildings. So they were most of the first buildings you ever saw.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of a disquieting familiarity.
Those are the models of silt striders, just dumped into the ground and with a door on the side. Doesn't this just look like the
It
top?
does look a
of
lot
a
like a
silt
silt strider, yeah. But
strider?
that's a silt strider, literally.
Right. Okay. So like.
I mean, clearly it's designed
Like it.
on it.
Yeah. It feels like there were some big silt striders going around a long time ago, and we live in the fossils of their shells.
I mean, perhaps.
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, if you'd like, roll a history check.
Sure. I think that Gladius is like natural 20.
Yeah, so your brain sort of wanders onto amusing and recalls someone informing you that the manor district of Aldrune, where all of the nobles live, allegedly, according to legend, is the shell of a giant crab, huge in scale.
It does look like a bit crab.
That was then converted into manors and apartments.
I'm going to relay it to Socia in just as confident a tone as when I talk about, looking at the moon is an act of necromancy. Gladys is like I know I rolled a natural 20 on recalling this stuff. Gladys doesn't. So Gladys is spouting the same with the same confidence. The same, hey, fun fact.
Socia looks at you and says, "Sure, yeah, they were crabs that big. If you say so."
I'm like, this is the kind of answer that I get even when I don't roll the natural 20. What is with everybody? But yeah.
As you are approaching the city, you do.
I am going to ask. Hey, can I have a look at that axe real quick?
Sure.
Okay. Just want to try hitting it on something to see if it has any magical properties, like wine salt said.
Yeah. So it, as you, I guess, hit a nearby plant, it does seem to discharge some electricity.
Very nice. Cool. It's a one-handed axe?
Yeah, so it is a one-handed axe, which I think is a battle axe? Or is that the two-hander?
That's the two-hander. The battle axe is a two-hander. It's a hand axe.
It's a hand axe with a, well, you don't have to identify. You don't have to know. But it does do electricity damage.
Nice. I give it back to her.
She tucks it back into her belt. Says, I am a little concerned about keeping hold of it, as you said that Winesot wandered off mumbling about revenge. And
Mumbling about getting it back. I don't know if he'll even remember your face to be able to identify you. So without the axe, you might be better off. But
in that case, you would do me a favor if you took this off of my hands.
Okay, I'm gonna take the ancestral hand axe.
It has in Nordic runes along the side its name, but you don't read Nordic, so.
Yep. Ancestral and axe, and it is a weapon.
It is not a finesse weapon, though.
I didn't think that would be. But do you want to tell me what it does? So
hand axe, 1d6 lightning damage. That's it.
Like just the lightning or the cutting and
well, I mean
extra damage?
It's whatever a normal hand axe does, and then additionally 1d6 lightning.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so. Fuck. Okay, so it's plus strength or dexterity?
It's strength.
Okay, even when I throw it?
I think even when you throw it, I think thrown weapons still use strength unless they're marked as finesse.
Cool. 1d6 lightning. Very good, very good. I would like to have that and the fire dagger as my, since I don't have the ebony blades.
You'd rather have that out than your +1 short sword?
Yes.
Okay. Heard. That's your two weapons.
And they're both my hex blades.
Okay. Cool. You have made it to the city of Aldrune. It is late afternoon. The day, which had been overcast up until this point, grays further, and you can hear the wind starting to whip up. The guards atop the wall all take their scarves and wrap it more firmly around their helmets. And the gates are slowly closing with the onset of a storm. But you make it inside before they finish closing them up.
Cool.
Okay. The wind is whipping at this point, though. Sosia says, I'll be staying at the Mages Guild, which is, well, it should be right there. It's hard to see with this dust. There should also be a Fighters Guild hall relatively close off of this plaza. I think I forgot to... Mom?